Nigerian singer and songwriter Victony has revealed a major lifestyle shift ahead of his ongoing European stubborn tour, saying he is attempting to perform sober for the first time in his career. In a candid interview, the Soweto crooner admitted that he has always relied on alcohol before getting on stage, a routine he is now determined to change. The 23-year-old also revealed he has quit smoking weed and is actively working on his physical and mental health. Keeping fit is a new habit for me. I've been on it for almost 2 months now and it's been good. I won't lie, yes, it's a bit boring, but I haven't smoked weed in a while. I am also trying to stay off alcohol. I'm trying to do this tour sober and it's a big challenge. For the longest, I have never been on stage without taking any drinks, but I am trying to see my fans with my eyes and connect, I beg your pardon, with them. I want to try all these things. I believe I can do it. I know that I can do it and perform better than I did when I was drinking. So recently we carried story of small doctor who said that he walked around his hood, saw guys standing and sleeping and all those other things in between. He came to tell young ones to quit smoking and all that. And seeing this particular one, somebody on that particular comment said they are inspired by artists. The artists put out these things and that's what the Gen Zs are seeing, and they believe that okay, this is a way to go. Yeah.
Yes.
Now, I'll come to you, Ahis, before going to Shaibu. What's your take on this particular one?
First of all, the thing that stood out to me is his age, 23.
Yeah.
Has never performed a show sober. That's frightening. Because he started performing last 2-3 years. So since he's been 19, 20, he's been on alcohol to perform every single show he's been. That's frightening. You know, his liver is crying. His liver is crying. But I'm glad he's taking the initiative. And to your point, you see artists, they're always puffing, that's the part they record the most, when they are puffing, their guys, they are puffing. Skit makers nowadays, pass me the canal, pass me this, take the canal, do the drag. I didn't know what drags was. So I was just talk to some guys, like, you want drag? I'm like, which one is drag? You want to fight me?
What am I dragging with you?
Did I do anything to you? Why you want? No, the smoke, me, smoke, please, let's not play that rough play. You know? But it is so popularized. And the thing is, youths are impressionable.
Yeah.
They are very, very impressionable. That's why, as a young person, what you look upon, what you view is one of the most critical things to how your life can turn out. You know, so Victony, it's the scene. I can't blame him. You know, you grow up in this, and then all the top artists, if it's Burna, if it's Davido, if it's Wizkid, all their photos on their Instagram, usually there's at least one photo where they're holding a cigar. Yeah. You know, and these people are impressionable people. These are people you look up to. If you go into a profession and you see the top people, this is what all of them do. You're like, oh, obviously there can't be anything wrong with it. You know, you're gonna want to start doing it because okay, this is what people at the top are doing. So and also it goes to the point of why having the right people around you is so important. Because I remember, is it 2 Chainz that was giving an account where he was in a recording studio with Eminem, but he was smoking while he was recording in the studio. And then when Eminem wanted to go in, his people no, he's smoking, don't go in there. They were trying to protect Eminem, and Eminem was like, nah, stop that thing, you know, and then they recorded what they recorded and this thing. So Victor needs to surround themselves with people that want to see his progress.
Yeah.
It's not just yes men. You know, nowadays that's the thing. Once you have money, you are surrounded by yes men. That's why I like my friends. It doesn't matter how much I may or may not have. They will tell me the truth. Like, bro, this thing you did is messed up to my face, and that's the type of friend I am. If you do something, I'm like, bro, I care about you, but I will throw you off a building if you do that again. Like, genuinely, you know. So he needs to surround himself with people that want to see him win. And yeah, you know, because you're an artist, your fans, and then you're always drunk, you can't really
Connect.
connect
Yeah.
with the crowd. You can't really, because your emotions are being controlled by a substance,
Yeah.
or, you know, and your senses are loosened. When senses are heightened, you feel the crowd in emotion. You're better able to, you know, connect, perform. Wait, I look forward to. I don't really follow any artists or performance ever in my whole life, but this is something
this
that,
should be a very good
yeah,
place
this
to
would be
start.
something to follow, because it's like, okay, now I can now go back and see what his performances were like,
yeah.
and I can now, like, okay, yeah, this is actually really cool. This is something that makes sense. So it's just one of those things.
Yeah, and he's up for a good start.
It's up for a fresh start.
Yeah, amazing. Shaibs, can I get your take quickly on this particular story? Shaib was,
Yeah, so
yeah.
yeah, I'm here. So I'm going to quickly start off by saying something the lecturer said once. So we were in class and he was explaining things to us, and I think he explained something and he asked someone from the students to like explain what he had explained in their own words.
Yeah.
And he found out that a lot of persons were giving different explanations as to the thing that he has just taught.
Yeah.
And he made us understand something that, look, I'm responsible for what I say, but I'm not responsible for how you interpret it.
Mm.
So you see, so sometimes it's as human beings, I mean, there are some defaults. As a human being, there are some defaults in us where we can't really run away from. Some persons got lucky and they did away with those default habits. So things like being judgmental, for example, there are some persons that when you tell this guy stole, their first thought is not a person is a criminal, stone him, things like that. The person will be like, okay, did you bother to check why that person did what they did? Have you checked the person's history? Is this something the person is used to doing? Is that how the person grew up? You know, what kind of home is the person coming from? What kind of community was that person raised in? Things like that. So when I saw this, I'm like, okay, I mean, he's speaking his truth. If he hadn't said it, a lot of person wouldn't have known what's going on. So he's saying his truth. He doesn't know who this might help.
Yeah.
Or he's just saying this to free himself. So obviously he has his reasons why he's doing what he does, because people draw inspiration, motivation, strength from a lot of different sources, be it good, be it bad.
Wow.
I'm not saying it's good.
You believe he was drawing inspiration from it though?
Sorry?
You believe he drew inspiration from smoking weeds and drinking alcohol?
No, I'm speaking in a generic manner.
Yeah.
Like I said, it could be that. Because when I started, I said he has his reasons for doing what he does. I don't know what it could be. It could be he has some demons and that is his way of fighting them. It could be maybe something he picked up. It could be as well him just drawing inspiration. It could be a lot of things.
Yeah.
But somewhere down the line, maybe his moral compass, maybe he's not taking his health more seriously and he's saying that long term this is bad for me.
Yeah.
It could also be that maybe he has found another way to deal with those demons and he wants to try that out and throw away his old habits.
So advice to young ones that follow Victony, last words and advice to the young ones that follow Victony.
Yeah, so like the lecturer said, you're responsible for what you interpret. So whatever you see out there, just like social media, a lot of persons will tell you do not be deceived by all the glitters and glamours you see on social media. A lot of persons are acting cool, posting things like I'm living the life, but you don't know the burning bush they have in their house. You don't know what volcanic eruption they are coming out from. You never can tell. So whenever you see things, don't just take it as it is. Try to think, why is this person doing this? So what's the reason behind why this is going on? So my advice would be everything you see, especially if it's on the internet, whoever you're following, have like some try to filter out some of these things. Anything you pick, whether it is, be it's a makeup or somebody, anything basically, anybody, just try to filter out some of these things. Don't just take everything just because your mentor or somebody, your celebrity, your superstar celebrity is doing it.
Thank you so much. Don't just take everything hook, line, and sinker. Filter everything you see on social media. Quickly, his final words before we go.
Yeah, you know, Shaibu has said it all. You know, don't take everything you see. This thing, the internet is not real life, so just treat everything you see with discretion. You know, you are responsible for how you interpret it. You're responsible for your own actions. Doesn't matter what Burna Boy, Davido, Whiskey, everybody else is doing. You're responsible. So.